Now, this geezer is still at the stage of Mao Tse Tung's life, and we're not putting Mao Tse Tung's life in a context of modern history because he's only got a minute and a half left to discuss China between Elvis and now. Shoot me. I'll give you the stage.
1959 to 1961. I should note that this number varies a lot, but almost all sources agree that the number of Chinese people that starved during this time is in the tens of millions. Following the massive failure that was the Great Leap Forward, Mao Tse Tung took a step back from power.
The massive there's a contradictory, the massive failure that was the Great Leap Forward.
He maintained his position, but some of his responsibilities were shifted to others within the party. 6 years later, he returned. He claimed that many bourgeoisie capitalist elements had sprouted like weeds within China, and the communist system was under threat. He rallied many young people, and they became Red Guards. These Red Guards caused chaos, and millions were killed, and many educated intellectuals within the cities were sent to prison labor camps to be re-educated. In the midst of the Cold War.
So, of course, I'm a young man, and I hear that Mao doesn't like intellectuals. But there's some that I don't like. There's some that I don't like because of their intellectual analysis, or is no, Right. Let's just say, all right, that you were dictator of Europe for a minute, and the Catholic Church scandal emerged. And let's say that you were a visionary and you wanted to take your geopolitical region, Europe, forward. You might root it out at source, mightn't you? You might seize their lands like Henry VIII did. You might say an end to the Church of Rome. Now, you could say they dragged priests out on the street and shot them if you wanted to. And then you could say because they covered up the sins of their other whatevers, their brothers in the church. And you could say, well, there was still some deaths because, not all vicars were bad. And I'm rambling, of course I'm rambling. I'm taking you down a thought process that I'm currently engaged in. If you wish to have radical change in society, change must come at the barrel of the gun. You people, if you like, you people. No, I don't want to speak like that. Second order differential equations. The growth of the virus. That was a nice comment from Anthony Hewitt.
1974, U.S. President Richard Nixon wished to pursue a policy of peace with the Eastern.
Okay, two crooks on stage together. A nation impeached one to remove him from power, and the other one died a death of old age, I think.
This
We're going to
policy
find out.
became known as détente. In 1972, Richard Nixon met with Mao Tse Tung.
I'm 12 years old
During
now.
this meeting, there actually wasn't much accomplished, since Mao Tse Tung was suffering from Parkinson's disease. 4 years later, on September 9, 1976, Mao passed away. After his death, his successor, Deng Xiaoping, implemented many free market reforms. China to this day is still considered.
Why? Okay. 9 minutes in. And China to this day is still considered
An authoritarian communist country, but really it now actually does.
No, I don't think to this day that China is considered an authoritarian communist country. I think that China is a geopolitical superpower which has the most modern and capable production systems on the planet, that Western companies have swallowed hook, line and sinker their finance, their approaches there. And turned a blind eye to human rights in China. We've all agreed that it's behind, but I mean, human rights in America are not particularly well enshrined at the moment, are they? Anyway, we'll give him the last minute.
Does have many capitalist features. Now let's discuss his legacy. In the West, he's often viewed as a tyrannical and inept dictator who allowed tens of millions of his own countrymen to die.
Right, what a pathetic caricature. Who allowed, in the West, he's regarded as this.
For evil and stupid policies. In China, it is acknowledged that the Great Leap Forward failed, but the perception of him is nowhere near as bad. Although they acknowledge his failures and weaknesses, he is officially viewed as a powerful revolutionary. In fact, his body was embalmed, and there's a mausoleum where you can visit and see his body. Well, that's all for this video. If you liked it and can afford to do so, please consider donating to my Patreon or PayPal so I...
No, man, I will not consider donating to your Patreon site because your quasi-educational video, all right? Your quasi-educational video doesn't go far enough. Your fucking rubbish oration, script, and Western-centric view winds me up. And I can't give you very many marks. All right?
So I can make more.
No, shut up. 5 worst times to be alive, 5 best times to be alive, right now. Right now. It's the only time to be alive. Okay, so 10 brutal dictators you've never heard of? No. Maoism explained, 15 minutes, 160 comments here. You gotta chill, you gotta chill with the music. That's a good comment. Sounds like Satan. Yes, of course it does. Good point. Now back to the rice fields. Yeah, I like that. Is that all the comments we got? What's going on with the comments on that video? Time to stop my own anyway.